Here we go again, another video. This was total domination by Paris Saint-Germain. Tactics, not a lot I can say about the tactics, right? I think Milan tried to stop them from playing, basically sitting back, hoping to hit them on the break. Didn't happen. I just think they didn't have the players. We all knew what Paris was going to try to do. Keep that ball, get 1v1 situation, get in the area and try to score. They did that. Right, on paper, Paris Saint-Germain's shape was, team shape was 4-3-3. That's how they play. And with Milan, it's a 5-3-2. Now, what Milan tried to do is to stop them playing for the middle. They didn't want the ball to get to the centre midfield player, the number 6. So in order to do that, their formation, like I said, 5-3-2, they had their 2 forwards basically shadowing the 2 centre-backs. So when the centre-backs receive the ball, they can only play, say the left centre-back got it, he'll either go left back. Right centre-back got it, he'll go to the right back. Now if that happened, it'd be a 2v1 situation down the sides, as you can see here. Now what Paris Saint-Germain did, they overloaded certain areas. They dropped one of the midfield players alongside the central pivot, made it 2 in the middle, which made it a bit hard. The decision which Milan had to do we go and press them? If they did go and do that, they might get played around, which sometimes they did. And most of the time, this was Paris' build-up play. You had the players really drop their midfield player, one of the midfield pivots really dropping wide, and the central one going to the left-hand side, creating triangles. So the shape was a 2-4-1-3, something like that. And that's how they did it. And I felt the problem in this game is that Milan didn't want to press them because they didn't have the legs to do it. So they let them have the ball in certain areas and let them play and hopefully hit them on the break. It didn't happen. I think a few times they got in the final third, but not many. I don't know how many times Paris got in their final third. It was loads. They just moved that ball and rotate. Took minimum touches on the ball. Completely dominated the ball. And Milan didn't have an answer. At times, in the second half, they sort of got into the game a little bit. You thought, yeah, they're going to do something here. Even after half-time, I would have thought they would have changed things. I ended up shouting at the TV in the second half. Once the second goal went in, I knew the game was over. In the second half, I thought, I might see something different. It was the same old thing, sitting back. They just couldn't do it. I mean, when a team can't do it, there's nothing they can do. The main difference between the two teams, it's simple. Paris had better players, more skillful players, more dynamic players. They can run. You know, I don't call him right backs and left. I call them wing backs. They spent most of their time in the other half, up and down that line all the time. As for Milan, physicality wasn't there. Their units really weren't, there's no connection between the back 5 or the 3 in the middle and then up front. There was nothing whatsoever. It was probably I wouldn't say the worst final I've seen. The only one-sided final for a long time. Can't remember another one. And 5-0. And guess what? It could have been more than 5-0. It could have been 8 or 9. They were that good. And were Milan were that bad? Made to look bad? Dominated? Now, I'm going to say something here which might be unusual, but the Paris team reminds me of the Brazil 1970 World Cup team. Those younger viewers out there, just Google Brazil 1970. Now, in that team, I could name them. You had Pelé, Jairzinho, Rivellino, Carlos Alberto, Gerson, right? I've named 6 already. That's how good that team was. I see this Paris Saint-Germain team, I wouldn't say it goes far as good as the Brazil 1970, but it's similar. They don't have one particular star that stands out. They're all staying out. They're all very good individual in their position, and their units are good as well. Now you've got 4 units in the team. Goalkeeper 1, back 4 2, midfield 3, and the strikers 4. Those units have to combine together to make the team. That was the main difference for me between Milan and Paris Saint-Germain. The units, the different units, and the players individually in the units are better than the other players, Milan's players. That's basically it. And a better team. Now, are they going to win the Super Cup against Spurs? That's going to be an interesting game. Very interesting game. Is it going to be end-to-end? Are we going to say the same thing? Are Spurs going to sit back and see what Paris do? Be interesting. Now, having said that, you can get at them, right? Aston Villa showed it, but you've got to have the players. So I think the Spurs game is going to be interesting because their players are not slow. They've got quick players, and their players will tackle, won't let them pass the ball around. So you never know, Spurs might nick it. Oh no, I'm an Arsenal fan. Please. Alright, the next few videos, while we got no football, it's going to be on coaching. Alright, so watch out for that. Some coaching videos coming up. Peace and out. I'll see you in the next one.